If you have a block and you want to sit on your block, that might help your spine. But if you don't have a block, you can sit on the floor. Have your belt or your towel close by. And slide your hands up your thighs so that your elbows dangle beneath your shoulders. Softening your eyes. If you prefer to have them closed, you can soften to close. If you prefer to have them open, just soften your gaze. And take a moment just to become aware of your body. Feeling the parts connected to the earth. And feeling the length of your spine. And then shift your awareness the regions of your body that we'll be exploring today, when often, at least for me personally, when someone says, allow your mind to go to the parts of your body that are speaking to you, most generally it tends to be this region of the neck and shoulder where many first feel sensation. So allow your mind to scan the region of your neck, sides, the back. Feeling how the neck broadens at the bottom to become the tops of your shoulders. And as your mind moves into these regions, start to notice initially where you feel the most awareness. And just label that sensation. Is it tension, tightness, pain, burning? Kind of notice what you would label this region. And as your mind stays in this region, start to allow the mind to branch out from that epicenter and notice where it goes. Does it go down the spine, towards your mid-back, between the shoulder blades? Does it go down the tops of your shoulders towards the tips of your shoulders, where your shoulder, where your arm connects into your shoulder joint? Do you feel it on one side more than the other? Again, how would you label that sensation? And bring one hand to your upper chest, allowing the thumb and the first finger to rest on the collarbones and the rest of your hand on the upper chest. And bring your opposite hand to the lower part of your rib cage. And start to shift your awareness to your breath. And then begin to notice under which hand you feel your breath more. And notice if you automatically change it, and try to maintain your natural breath. I'm gonna encourage you to explore the opposite of what we generally practice. So try to increase the breath under the hand at the chest. So try to move the chest towards your hand, limiting how low it goes. And as you do that, notice what happens to the muscles in your neck and on your shoulders and in the chest. Notice how much they work. You may even notice as you breathe high in the chest that the shoulders lift. And maybe even exaggerate that a little bit. So as you breathe in your upper chest, that short, shallow breath, allow the shoulders to kind of scrunch up towards the ears. We're doing this just as an awareness of how much those muscles in the neck and shoulder region may work when we chest breathe, when we shallow breathe. And then let that go. And now try to quiet the chest breath. And bringing the breath now low and slowly down into the lungs, the bottom of the lungs. Feeling the sides of your rib cage, the back of your rib cage expand as you inhale. And contract as you exhale. And can you quiet the hand on the chest even more? Limiting the movement of the collarbones to almost imperceptible. Release the hands down beside your hips. If you're sitting on your block, your fingertips should just barely graze the floor. If you're sitting on your sit bones, your hands may come to the floor, and that's fine. Move your chin in towards your throat and reach the crown of your head. Feel the shoulder blades on your rib cage. Knit the lower ribs in and down. And start to glide your shoulder blades up towards your ears, and then allow them to glide down your back. So just testing this movement of the shoulder blades, kind of keeping the shoulder blades all in one plane as you glide up and down. As you glide up and down, what do you notice? Do you feel any resistance? And where is that resistance? And what part of the elevation or depression is the resistance? Maybe it kind of has to ratchet through a certain area. Do you notice one side feeling different than the other? Next time you lift them way up. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears, even higher, even higher. even higher, and then let them relax down. And take your chin, move it towards your throat, and then allow your spine, your cervical spine, to flex. So nod your head towards your chest. At this point, if your eyes are not open, open your eyes, look down between your chest, and then take your eyes up as high up your chest as you can. And you may notice as you take your eyes higher up your chest, your chin moves higher up towards your throat. And gazing at the top of your cheeks. And you can close your eyes, but keep your eyeballs moving in the same direction. Again, notice how far you can trace the sensation down your back. So lift your head, draw your chin up your throat, and stack your head, open your eyes. Take your chin in towards your throat, look up at the sky with your eyes first. Keep looking up and back as you drop your head back. If at any time you feel pain, stop. And then when you feel that you've gone as far as you can, gaze with your eyeballs back a little bit more. To come up, take your chin towards your throat and come back up. So exploring this, just nod your head yes, then let your eyes come up and in, and then stack, eyes gaze up and back, and reach the head back. And just continue to go through this yes, nod. And come back to center. Grab your belt. And if you're on a block at this point in time, you can move the block. So you're sitting on the floor and switch the cross of your legs. Take the belt or the towel out in front of you. And hands are wider than shoulder width apart. Pull the belt taut. Reach the arms over your head, pull the belt taut. Feel the inner edges of your shoulder blades drawing down as the outer edges of your shoulder blades lift up. Elbows are straight. And then just move from touching your knees and bringing it back up. Try to keep the tension on the belt or the towel taut the entire time. And you may explore closing your eyes. Sometimes I find when I close my eyes, I can move more into the sensation of what's going on in my body. Where I would suggest you bring your awareness is into the shoulder blades. So oftentimes we think this movement comes from the shoulder joint where the arm and the ball and socket joint move. And where there is some truth to that, what really dictates this movement is how mobile the shoulder blades are. So just kind of notice how the shoulder blades move as you go up and down. The next time you come up, stay up. Lift the outer shoulder blades a little bit more as you pull the belt taut. Keep the belt taut as you bend the elbows and draw them towards your waistline. And then reach it back up. Keep the belt taut. So as you do this, notice how much of this is coming from the ribs flaring forward. So keep your ribs drawing in and down. where most of the movement should be in the gliding of the shoulder blades down and up. Next time you come up, stay up. Keep your right elbow straight and bend the left elbow, bringing the hand behind the head. You're gonna lean to the right and palm to the ground, press through the palm, push through the hand, and feel your shoulder blade kind of draw slightly down your back. Keep your left hand where it is, pulling the belt tight. Turn your head to the left, look up. Turn your head to the right, gaze down. So just rotating now from the neck, kind of that no. So notice as you turn your head from side to side, where do you feel resistance? Have your shoulder blades started to glide up towards your ears? Can you pack them down slightly so that you have more space, more room for your head to turn? Next time you rotate up, stay up. Start to open your chest a little bit more by taking the left elbow back as you rotate your right rib cage towards this guy. You may need to slide your hand up a little bit on the belt and start to straighten your left elbow. Take the hand back further. And if you can't do this because of your belt, you can just do this without a belt. Turn your head to the right and then rotate your spine to the right as you try to keep your belt taut and move it forward. Then rotate open. The head is the last thing to rotate open. As you move from this forward and back, notice tension in the neck, and notice as you bring your shoulder blades down, can you create more space for your neck to rotate? Rotate open. Bring both arms back over. Maybe you shorten up on the belt again. Keep the left elbow straight, bend the right elbow. Lean to the left palm to the ground. Spread the palm, press down. Twist the hand towards the thumb towards the first finger. Reach the elbow back a little bit. And then start to turn just the head, side to side. As you turn to the head, to the left, looking down towards your thumb. As you turn the head to the right, looking back towards your elbow. And notice if you're trying to help by moving the rib cage. So try to keep it just in the neck. Shoulder blades packing down to create more space for your cervical spine to move. Time you rotate open, stay open. Take your elbow back a little bit more. Let the rib cage twist. So left rib cage rotates towards the right and move towards straightening your right elbow. Shoulder blade is moving down your back and towards your spine. Turn your head to the left and then rotate your spine to the left. Stay taut on the belt as you pull the hand forward and then push down through the left hand to rotate back up. Shoulder blade drawing down and in. So feel this movement in your shoulder blade, specifically the right shoulder blade. And notice as you move in opposite directions, the shoulder blades kind of are moving in opposite directions too. Want to allow the head and the neck to move within its range of motion as well. And next time you rotate open, stay open. Turn the head forward and lift both arms over your head, maybe cinching in on your belt again. Now try touching knees with the belt. If you can keep your elbows straight, can you take your arms behind you and maybe touch your hips with your belt behind you? Notice how much you try to use your rib cage. Do you flare the ribs forward? Can you minimize this and instead find the movements and how the shoulder blades move on your rib cage? Good. Come back. Take the belt and wrap it around your neck. Take the left side of your belt and just toss it over to the right. With your left hand, grab the other end of the belt, the one that's on the left, that hangs over your right shoulder. Take it across and just hold it either at your waist or on your left knee. Then grab your other end of the belt with your right hand. Lift it up to where it's on your jawline. Use the belt to turn your head to the right. So you're using your left hand to kind of guide the right side of your belt down and over to the left, and the right hand to guide your head to look over to the right. Feeling a slight traction. And come back to center. Lift the belt so it's between your cheekbone and your jawline. So right on kind of that fleshy part of your cheek. And then again, turn your head to the right by pulling the belt to the right. And then drop your ear towards your right shoulder. So you're using the belt to kind of move and traction the head over to the right as you continue to kind of pull down and over to the left with your left hand. You're feeling, you want this to feel good. If you feel pain, don't go as far. Lift the head back up, come back to center. One more time, this time taking it to your jaw. And as you start to pull, you'll feel that the ear goes straight over to the side. So the head kind of still points forward, and pull both ends of the belt. Lift the head back up and then switch. So left side of the belt crosses underneath the right side of the belt. Grab it in your right hand, either holding it on your knee or by your waist. Take the left hand, stretch the belt straight forward and rest the belt on the jaw. Use your belt to pull your head to the right or to the left. So Emily, you can just move your head to the right. And then as you start to pull opposite ends of the belt, you'll notice that the ear slightly falls behind your shoulder. Loosen up on your belt, bring the head back to center. Now bring it to that space between your jawbone and your cheekbone. Start by pulling the belt over to the left, so turning your head to the left. And then as you pull opposite ends, this time your chin will fall towards your throat. It's a slightly different stretch in your scalenes. The more you pull on the opposite ends of the belt, the more you feel that traction. Loosen up on the belts, lift your head, take it back to center, and now taking it to your jawline, keep your head facing forward or nose facing forward. And as you start to pull, you'll feel the ear move straight towards your left shoulder. So we have 3 scalenes, and this kind of stretches all the scalenes. The belt adds that added traction, but simply moving the head in the different directions and drawing ear towards shoulder will create that same sensation. Loosen up on the belt and lift the head back up. Remove the belt. Drop your chin towards your chest. Drop your ear towards your left shoulder. And rotate back through. Ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. So allowing the neck to roll in one direction. You can think of kind of drawing circles with your nose. To me, this helps. You can also think of the eyes being a part of the circle. Next time you come forward, stay forward. Drop your left ear toward, or your right ear towards your right shoulder. Knees kind of, nose is kind of pointing up to the left. Drop it back. As your left ear comes to your left shoulder, nose goes up and over to the right. So find this circle. You don't have to necessarily go back far. Sometimes that can be less comfortable than we desire. Think more of the nose and the eyes are creating the circle. Let the chin drop towards the chest. And just notice, have you created less tension in that area that we started with? And then as you draw your chin up the front of your throat, stack your head and come to hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. First fingers parallel, press hands down and push the hands towards each other. As you push the hands towards each other, also twist the hands open. So feel that translate into your shoulder stability. Inhale, lift your head, lift your heart, shoulder blades, move down your back and slightly towards your spine. Press down through your hands and the tops of your feet. Drop your head between your arms, tailbone between your legs. Allow the shoulder blades to roll up towards your ears and towards the sides of your ribs. Continue to move through cat and cow a few times, feeling the translation of this into your shoulder blades. Feel how they glide on the rib cage. Kind of moving between all of the movements that we've already explored with shoulder blades. And can you bring the awareness of the neck into it as well? So that same nodding of the head, yes and no. Can you bring this in? Come into neutral. Find neutral in the shoulder blades. So press down, push in, twist out. That should bring the shoulder blades into neutral. Tuck the toes under and press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Press down with the hands. Push the hands in towards each other and twist them open. Inhale, come up onto your toes, firm the fronts of your thighs, press the thigh bones back, and then lower the heels towards the floor as you can. Notice the breath. Quiet the breath in the chest, deepen the breath in the lungs. Walk your hands towards your feet, coming into a forward fold with the feet wide. Come up halfway, bend the knees forward, grab your opposite elbow with your hands, and then reach the crown of your head towards the floor. Allow the elbows to dangle. Allow the shoulder blades to fall up towards your ears or down towards your ears. And then gently sway side to side. Release the hands to the floor. Bend the knees forward, fingertips to the hip creases, bring the shoulder blades together, elbows towards the sky, shoulder blades down the back, lift up. Walk to the front of your mat. Woo. Feet hip distance apart. Rotate the palms open. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Stretch the outer armpits up. Keep your left hand up, stretch the right hand down. Start to pull the right fingers towards the floor as you stretch the left fingertips up towards the sky. Bring the left hand behind your head. Keep reaching right hand down. Move the hips to the left. Right fingertips stretching down. Turn your head to the right, gaze down. Turn your head up to look towards your left elbow. So moving with your neck first, turning it down and over to the right, turning it up and over to the left elbow. Do it a few more times. Just noticing what you notice. Next time you turn up, stay looking up, gaze towards your elbow. Lift your left arm, straightening your elbow. Palm faces forward. And then turn the palm to face the right. Reach your right hand further down your thigh. Reach your left arm to your ear. Turn your head to the right. Turn your chest to the right. Send your hips to the left. Keep reaching left hand over to the right. Swing through center. Maybe touch the floor and then come all the way up. Both arms over your head. Stretch outer armpits up. Take left hand down beside your thigh. Reach the left fingertips down. Feel the shoulder blade go down. Reach right fingertips up. Feel the shoulder blade lift. So stretching in opposite directions. And then bend your right elbow, bringing your hand behind your head. Move your head. Turn your head to the right. Gaze down to the left. Gaze down towards the floor to the left. Turn your head to the right. Gaze up towards your elbow. So move just the head first. Elbows reaching out and back to the right. Left fingers are stretching down towards the floor. So creating space in your neck so that your head can turn. Next time you rotate up, stay up. Take your elbow back a little bit further. Gaze towards your elbow. Straighten your right elbow, palm facing forward. And then turn the palm to face the right and reach your right bicep towards your right ear. Turn your head to the left. Turn your chest to the left. Keep reaching over to the left, move your hips to the right. Left hand goes down the thigh, right hand keep reaching over, swing it through center. Maybe graze the floor, swing it all the way back up, both arms over your head. See if palms can touch. Reach outer armpits up. Feet up to hip distance apart or toes touch. Bring your hands to heart center. Hands down beside your body, palms rotate open. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, palms touch, gaze up, arch back. Exhale, either knees bent or straight, hinge from your hips, fold forward, hands towards the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway. As you exhale, step back to plank pose. Press down through your hands, twist open. Neck long, so chin towards throat. Step your feet wide, so almost mat distance apart. Tone your lower belly. Keep your hands where they are. Keep your shoulders above your wrist. Turn your heels to the right and drop them to the floor. Come up through center. Drop your heels to the left. Keep your shoulders. Your upper body stabilizes as your lower body twists. One more time, heels to the right. Shift back to center. One more time, heels to the left. Shift back to center. Drop your knees to the floor. Elbows point towards your hips. Lower your hips in line with your shoulders. Tone your lower belly. Shoulder blades pack down. Elbows bend as you lower down to the floor. Point the toes and press the front of the feet into the floor. Come up onto your elbows. Elbows underneath your shoulders, palms spread. Push down through your forearms and pull your forearms back towards the back of your mat as you lift your collarbone up towards your chin. Move your shoulder blades down your back and then glide them up towards your ears. Glide your shoulder blades down your back as you lift your chest and pull the elbows back. And then round your shoulder blades up towards your ears. 2 more times, just feeling the difference between shoulder blades down and in, and shoulder blades up and forward. Lift up. Draw elbows back, lift collarbones up, heart towards chin. Draw the shoulder blades back a little bit more. Turn your head and look over your right shoulder. Keep your left shoulder pulling back. Come back to center. Switch. Head to left. Come back to center. Head to right. Come back to center. Head to left. Come back to center. Lower your chest back down to the floor. Heels of the hands in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Find that same movement in your shoulder blades. So roll them up towards your ears and take them towards your spine as you take them down your back, feeling the heads of your shoulders as high as your elbows. Press the front of the feet down, press the pubic bone down. Inhale, lift the head without, or the head and the chest without rounding the shoulders. Press up through hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. First fingers parallel with each other. Press the hands in towards each other and then twist the palms open. Stabilize the shoulders. Let the crown of the head reach towards the floor. So neck long. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no.
Lift high up onto your toes. Firm the fronts of your thighs. Press the thigh bones back. Point your right knee towards the left side of your mat. Bend the left knee towards the left side of your mat. Turn your left heel in and take the heel down to the floor inside of your right toes. Press through both hands evenly. So notice the tendency to dip into the right shoulder and lift the right shoulder up as high as the left shoulder. Come back up onto your toes. Point your left knee towards the left edge of your mat. Bend your left knee as you turn your right heel in and take it down towards the floor. Press evenly through both hands and both shoulders lift. Inhale, come back up to your toes. Step your right foot to your right thumb. Feet are hip distance apart. Reach your arms over your head as you come up to crest warrior. Reach through your pinky edges of your hands, the pinky edges of your shoulder blades. Rotate your left heel down and in, coming into warrior two. It looks like everybody is. Am I frozen? Maybe I'm frozen. Or maybe all of you are frozen. Okay, you all are starting to unfreeze. So warrior two. Hands to your pelvis, turn your pelvis to face the long edge of your mat. Right knee bent above your ankle joint. Arms wide. Shoulder blades, relax down, stretch through your fingertips. Bring your left hand to rest on the back of your left thigh and push your left thigh into your hand. Turn your right palm up. Bend a little deeper into your front knee. Stretch arm to ear. Just like we did in that standing pose. Lift right fingertips up as you stretch left fingertips down the back of your thigh. Start to fold the side body, the left side body towards the left side of your leg. Stretch right fingertips towards your left foot. Keep pressing the back of your thigh into your hand. Sink a little deeper into your front knee. Press through your feet. Reach right hand up as you come upright. Straighten your right leg. Reach left hand down, right hand up. Start to side bend out over your right thigh. Pause halfway. Stretch your fingers in opposite directions. Right hand to your right shin, floor or block. Left hand up. Bring the hand behind your head. Turn your head to gaze up toward your left elbow. Turn your head to gaze down towards your foot. Turn your head to gaze up towards your elbow. Turn your head to gaze up down towards your foot. Turn the head. This time, turn your head to the right, and then keeping your hips stable, turn your torso to the right. Turn your head, gaze to your left elbow as you rotate open. Turn your head to look down at your foot. Let the elbow reach towards your right leg. Rotate your spine. Head to elbow, rotate open. Lift, left arm up. Shoulders pack down, gaze up. Rotate rib cage up, and then gaze up towards your right thumb. Or head forward if that's still uncomfortable in your neck. Turn the palm to face the front of your mat, and then stretch right arm to ear, left arm to ear. Press through your left heel, reach through your left fingertips in the opposite direction. Really press through your left heel. Rotate right rib cage towards left, gaze under your left arm. Turn your head to look down at your foot, bend your knee, hands on either side of your front foot, and step back into downward facing dog. Press down through your hands. Spread your fingers and twist open. Stretch the crown of your head towards the floor between your hands. Shoulder blades move slightly towards the sides of your body and slightly. Inner edges move down, outer edges move towards your pinky fingers. Lift up onto your toes from your thighs. Step your feet wide. Bend your left knee towards the right. Turn your right heel down and in. Press evenly through your hands as you move your right foot down. Lift back up. Turn your right knee towards the left side of your mat. Bend your left knee as you turn your left heel in and press the heel down. And press evenly through your hands. Come back up onto your toes. Bend the left knee to nose and step your left foot to your left thumb. Feet are hip distance apart. Knee bent above your ankle joint. Reach your arms over your head. Rotate your right heel down and in, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. So it should be somewhere around heel to heel alignment or heel to arch. Left knee, right knee, left knee is bent directly over your ankle joint. Stretch through your fingertips. Feet pressed down, hips squared towards the long edge of your mat. Take your right hand to the back of your right thigh. Push your right thigh back into your hand. Turn your left palm up. Stretch the arm beside the ear. So reach the fingertips up as you stretch your right fingertips down. Keep pressing thigh into hand. Side bend to the right. Rotate your right rib cage towards your left rib cage, and then gaze under your left arm. Sink a little deeper into your front hip crease. So left hand is reaching over to the right. Right hand is reaching down towards the floor. Come upright. Straighten your left leg. Keep reaching hands in opposite directions. As you start to side bend, reaching left hand over your left foot, right hand towards your right foot, and then drop your hand to your shin. Slide it down towards your ankle. Right hand comes behind your head. Pack your shoulders down your back. Rotate left rib cage towards your right rib cage. And then turn your head to look down at your left foot. And then turn your head to look up at your right elbow. So first the movement happens just in the neck. Notice if the shoulders are in the way. Keep drawing them down the back. Next time you rotate open, stay open. Rotate your left rib cage a little bit more toward the right as you gaze up toward your right elbow. And then turn your head down. Let the elbow reach towards your left side. Turn the head to gaze at the elbow and rotate open. Turn the head to gaze towards the foot and then rotate closed. So the lower body doesn't move. The rotation is coming from the mid spine and the cervical spine, the neck spine. Next time you rotate open, stay open. Lift your right hand up towards the sky. Shoulder blades down. Rotate left rib cage up towards the right. And then allow the head to either gaze forward or up towards your right thumb. Turn the palm to face the left side of your mat. and then reach left, right arm over your left ear, right ear, as you push your right heel down into the floor. Keep rotating left rib cage up towards right. Look down at your left foot. Bend your left knee as you bring both hands on either side of your left foot. Step back to plank, feet wide. Keep your shoulders above your wrist. Drop both heels to the left. Come back to center. Drop both heels to the left. Right. Center. Left. Center. Right. Either staying in plank or dropping down to knees. Shoulder blades where they are. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. And then all the way to the floor. Forehead to the floor. Lower heels of the hands in line with the bottom of the rib cage. Shoulders roll up towards the ears, in towards the spine, and then down the back. So heads of the shoulders are elbow height. Press feet down. Press pubic bone down. Lift up cobra. Shoulders down. Collarbones up. Gaze with the eyes up. Turn the head, gaze over your right shoulder. Center, gaze over your left shoulder. Center, right. Center, left. Center. Press up through hands and knees. Toes touch, knees wide, child's pose. Slow, deep breaths. You can bring forehead to the floor, bring forehead to the floor. If not, maybe to a block. Bring the arms down beside your legs. Fingers brushing the sides of your feet. Let your shoulder blades kind of relax towards the floor. Notice the neck. Notice the shoulders. Start to rock your head side to side with the forehead on the floor. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press up. Cross your ankles and then come into a wide leg seated position. Toes point up towards the sky. Bring your hands inside of your knees and press the backs of your hands into your knees as you send your collarbones up and your shoulder blades in neutral. Drop your chin towards your chest. And just notice. Slide your hands down your inner thighs, round your upper back. Continue to round through your mid back. And send your sit bones forward as you start to round through your lower back. Send your sit bones back as you stack your lower spine and roll back up. Keep your right hand where it is. Reach your left hand up. So stretch in opposite directions, pushing right hand into your leg to start to rotate your chest to the left. Gaze up towards your left thumb. Slide your right forearm inside of your right thigh. Push hand or forearm into your thigh as you reach your left hand back a little bit more. Take the hand behind your head. Gaze towards your elbow, rotate open a little bit more. Slide down your inner right thigh more. Maybe elbow coming inside of your knee. Gaze up towards your elbow, rotate your rib cage towards your elbow, stretch your left hand towards your right foot. Continue to gaze under your left arm. Continue to use that resistance of elbow into your thigh to rotate your right rib cage towards your left. Turn your head to look down at your right knee. Rotate your chest towards the floor, either reaching left hand on top of your right hand, or straightening your right elbow and reaching left hand to the outside of your foot, ankle, or calf. Twist your torso towards your right knee. Let your head fall between your arms. Breathe. Reach your left sit bone down towards the floor. And stack your spine as you come up. Both hands inside of your thighs, palms facing forward. Keep pressing through your left hand, reach your right hand up. Press through your hand and notice that twist you towards your right foot. Bring your right hand behind your head. Gaze up towards your elbows. As you press your hand into your thigh, feel your rib cage twist, and then bring the forearm down. Gaze towards your elbow, push elbow in, other elbow into your thigh, twist open. A little bit lower, push, twist, straighten your elbow, your right elbow, reach the right hand over as you side bend. Turn your head to look down towards your left shin. Straighten your left elbow, bringing the palm to the ground. Twist your chest more towards your knee. And then either resting your right hand on top of your left hand or to the outside of your leg. Twist and fold. And then resting your head on your elbow. Kind of that crook that your arms make as they rest together. Reach your right sit bone down and back. Lift up. Both legs in front. Bend your knees. Reach the arms forward. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Gaze up towards your heart and higher as you roll down, one vertebrae at a time. Keep your knees bent, walk your feet wide, allow your knees to rest together. One hand to your lower rib cage, one hand to your chest. Notice your natural breath. Start to quiet any movement you may still feel beneath the hand on your chest. And when you're ready, lower your hands down beside your body. Begin to notice where your shoulder blades rest naturally after this practice. Begin to notice that original sensation. Notice if there's any change. As you invite movement back into your body, just gently turn your head from side to side. Slow enough that you feel what's going on, how's it moving, what's tight, what is released. The next time you turn your head to the right, allow your knees also to fall to the right. And gently use your hands and your arms to press yourself up to a seated position. And resting with your hands on your knees. Again, check in. How's that initial tension feeling? Has there been any softening, any release? Do you feel more space? Just notice what you notice, and maybe nothing has changed. And that's okay too. And bring your hands to meet at heart center, bowing your head towards your heart. Allowing the back of your neck to lengthen. And thank you so much. Namaste.